Welcome everybody back to the Radical Marketer YouTube channel, where we talk about how to leverage credit, how to leverage social media, and how to make money online. So if that interests you, smash that like button, punch that subscribe button, because I make videos daily. Matter of fact, 3 videos a day, and you don't want to miss it. If it's your first time on my channel, welcome to the channel. My whole goal here is to give you all stuff and no fluff. I value your time, so smash the like button. If you have any comments, put it in our comment section below. We have data points in the comments, and then I just try to talk very organically and conversationally about different topics regarding credit and how to leverage it. And also, shout outs to all of my radical marketers out there blowing up the YouTube channel. We're becoming one of the fastest growing YouTube channels in the financial space, and it's because of you. It's all about you guys commenting and liking and spreading these videos across Facebook and sharing them with your friends and family. So I appreciate it. Also, keep in mind, we do have a private Facebook group that is open to everybody. It's completely free. There's no spamming allowed in it. And you can hit me up on Instagram. All of that information is in the description below. So make sure you guys take care of that. All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about a credit building product. I know that a lot of you guys have liked the credit building products that I've been putting out, and you've been wanting more. How do I build credit? How do I rebuild credit? Things like that, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I have an entire playlist on financial literacy, another one on repairing your credit, another one on credit building products. These credit building products are there to help you, so you can go through them and see which ones best fits you and which ones you want to build relationship with. There's reasons why we do credit building products when we're starting off. Number one, to build the relationship with the bank, the credit union, the institution that you want to do more banking with, right? When you do a secured product, there's little to no risk for the bank. You put up the money, they create the trade line on your credit report. They start reporting that every single month to build your credit, to boost your credit, and they also can market to you different products. So it's a win-win for both. You get the trade line, they get the marketing, they get to see how you are as a client with no risk, and then basically you can then apply for an unsecured card with that institution after 6 months or 3 months, or you can have your card graduate if they graduate it. So that's the whole reason why we focus on credit building products instead of taking shortcuts like authorized user accounts, because a lot can go wrong with authorized user accounts. You'll hear a lot of people like, oh, just buy authorized user accounts. And there's a whole underworld to that, and I'll be exposing that. Listen, shout outs to everybody selling trade lines, but we all know that it can be a very dark type of business, and I don't judge anybody that does sell trade lines, but there's a lot of identity theft that can happen. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and if you guys can eliminate that and not buy trade lines, you're going to be much, much better off doing it the right way. But it's going to take a little bit longer, okay? But if you know the trade line business and if you want to do that route, hey, it can work for you as long as you do it right, okay? But let's talk about FNBO secured Visa credit card, because it's a pretty unique product, okay? First of all, what's really cool about FNBO is they underwrite a lot of different things, just like Elon Financial. FNBO stands for First National Bank of Omaha. They are a geo-restricted bank, so some of you guys won't be able to qualify for their products based on where you're at. You say, which states? I don't know. There's so many different states. But the cool thing about this is, let's talk about the card, but the cool thing about it is all of their credit cards, you can pre-qualify and see what limit you got approved for, and if you even pre-qualify, and if you do, then you can go forward with the application, and then they pull your Experian, and then they give you the credit line. So it's really nice to see, hey, you did get approved, and this is the limit you got approved for before you go through and waste a hard inquiry on Experian. And I wish more people would do that. Apple's been doing that. Shout outs to Goldman Sachs. NASA's been doing that. A lot of the credit unions are starting to do that. So it's a beautiful thing when we can see full disclosure. Hey, would I even qualify for this or not? And if so, what would be the limit? FNBO does that for you. But for those of you guys that are building credit and don't have credit, you won't qualify. So this is going to be your way to get that. It's going to be called the secured Visa card. There's going to be no annual fee, so you don't have to pay to have the card whatsoever. You can create your own credit line. So how much do you want your credit limit to be? How much do you want the reporting agencies to be reporting? When you get this on TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, do you want it to be $500 or do you want it to be $5,000? Think about that. If you have a $5,000 trade line, don't you think other banks are going to be starting to give you $5,000 trade lines, or $10,000 or $15,000? Banks feel comfortable lending what other banks lend, right? They don't want to be the first one. So when you're doing the secured route, what you're doing is you're manufacturing your credit profile and you're building relationships with the bank. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. You got to pay to play people sometimes. There's no shortcuts to this thing. You can cut corners. Yes, you can. But the thing is you can risk a lot. And this right here, if you wanted to have a $5,000 trade line, boom, you can have it. Take $5,000 out, put it up here in FNBO, and they're going to report a $5,000 trade line. Now, what would be the strategy that I would do with this? I would have this card for 6 months to a year, however long you can keep that $5,000 away without worrying about it, or $4,000 or $3,000. The more you put, the better, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But it looks better on the report and because of utilization. You spend $1,000, you have a $5,000 limit, you just use 20% utilization. You always want to keep it under 30%, but more like 3 to 7% is a sweet spot. But if you have a low limit, you're always going to be maxing out your utilization, and which is then not going to see the effects on your credit score like you want to, okay? Because utilization is one of the biggest parts of your credit score. So that's how that works, okay? Qualify for a credit limit increase without additional deposit in as little as 7 months when you use your card to make normal payments. So they're gonna start unsecuring a line on here as well for you, which is really cool. And then you may be able to get your deposit back automatically in as little as 11 months when you maintain good payment history subject to credit approval. So what this means is this card is going to unsecure right there. That's their verbiage for it'll unsecure. So let's recap this. This Visa secured card is going to have no annual fee. You can have up to a $5,000 limit. In a year, they will review it, or 11 months, they will review it. And if you've been making your payments on time every month, and if you've been utilizing the card, that's the key. You have to utilize it. If you don't utilize it, why would they unsecure it? Utilize the card, make your payments on time all the time, no annual fee. In a year, you can apply for this card to be unsecured. Then they'll move your credit line to unsecured. You'll get your $5,000 deposit back, or your $4,000, or whatever your credit line is. You'll keep the history. You'll keep the card. It will just be unsecured, and you'll get your money back. That is the play to build an amazing relationship with a credit union, a bank. It's the same play based on different institutions. Every institution has their own underwriting guidelines. In this case, they unsecure it, just like Navy Federal. So I recommend this. If you don't have credit, if you want to rebuild your credit, go get the secured Visa card. You're going to start getting offers from FNBO to apply for an unsecured card. You do that, you get your deposit back, you got a new card. Boom, you're good. Okay? That's how you do this thing. All right? And then what you can do then later is if you ever want to go for the Evergreen card, right now they have 12 months 0% APR and on balance transfers. That's an interest-free loan, people, and you can pre-qualify for it, okay? Their starting limits are normally $15,000. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Put in the comment section if you have this card. Put any type of hacks you have of repairing your credit. Put your questions, your comments, your concerns, anything. Throw an emoji in the comments. I don't care. Get this video spreading out to people because people need to know the truth about credit repair and how to build credit quickly, fast, and for free. We don't need to be charging this money for people that are just trying to get ahead in life, all right? So like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Join the private Facebook group. Add me on Instagram. Both those links are in the description below. Take care, guys. Love you. Peace.